And welcome, one and all, back to another edition of the That Comedy Podcast. I'm your host, DJ Marcus. You're joining me in the That Comedy Studios. But I'm never alone. I'm with my boy, Joey LaFaro. Joe, say hello to the people.
Howdy, people.
Oh, man. Joe, we're back, brother. We're back. We're black. We're two Negroes in the basement. Wait, that's not true.
That's kind of true.
Kind of true?
Depends
Depends on the day.
on the day.
Depends on the century.
Yep.
Last century, you were one of us. I read a documentary about that. Oh, man. But Joey, we're back again, bro.
We are.
We're having some fun, man. We're back in the That Comedy Podcast. Comedy Shows Near Me is providing us a safe, happy work environment. We've been with them for how long now, Jay? How long since the merger of Dot Comedy and Comedy Shows Near Me?
I don't actually know.
I think we merged in 2022.
Well, that's when Comedy Shows Near Me happened. So
It was incepted earlier in 22. It was like August of 22. But then they got new management. And then that's when they bought into us.
that would have been June of 22 then.
June of 22.
That's when
new management took over.
That's when the power play happened.
Yes. The hostile takeover of Comedy Shows Near Me took place. It wasn't really hostile. It was
hostile.
It was more passive aggressive than hostile.
Oh no, it was hostile.
It was a hostile.
Just because one side was being passive aggressive doesn't mean the other side wasn't being aggressive.
No, they were.
Guess what? Aggression won.
Hey, aggression wins. Aggression wins out most of the time, Joey. Oh man, but yes, it's been a minute, and Comedy Shows Near Me is doing good. Dot Comedy is doing great. As you can see, folks, we do have apparel readily available. If you go to the Comedy Shows Near Me Comedy Shows Near.me website, you can email them. And you can pimp Venmo, PayPal, and buy one of
That
these.
is not how that works.
They can't get one.
You can only get the Dot Comedy merch exclusively at our shows.
Merch.
Exclusively at the show.
You can only get the Comedy Shows Near Me merch at Comedy Shows Near Me.
At a comedy show near you.
All right, so I guess what people need to do is come out to some of these shows, man.
You need to come out to McGinty's this Saturday.
Oh, shit.
McGinty's Public House in downtown Silver Spring.
Oh man, I'm working on something in 2024, Joey. I'm not gonna curse as much.
You're not.
No.
You sure?
I'm positive.
How are you gonna manage that?
I'm gonna do that a little better. Like I'm gonna start with changing my specific curse words. So now they won't, like, my substitute words won't be very, like, I will try not to get them close to curse words. So like instead of saying shit, I won't say shoot, because that'd be.
You're gonna be like Shiite Muslim, and everyone's gonna be like, "That's weird.
That's racist." But yeah, I'm trying my best, Joey. As you can see, I've become a changed man. As you can see, I got an army behind me. See that's an army of accountability back there.
Is that what that is?
Yep.
Are any of those people accountable? I mean, besides me, obviously.
I try to have them hold me accountable for things, but they hit or miss. They hit or miss most of the time.
I do.
Yes, you do, Joey. You do an awesome job holding me accountable and playing to my weaknesses.
I kind of resent it because at this point I'm the only one that does it. It makes me the bad guy all the time. I don't like being the bad guy.
You're not the bad guy. You're a good guy. You're just put in a bad situation.
I'm always bearing bad news.
And yeah, that does happen. It's just how life has worked out so far, Joe.
It is.
Oh man, but anything happened this week, man?
Started a new gig.
2 weeks. We've been off for 2, right?
I think so, yeah.
So you started a new gig.
I started a new gig.
How's that working out for you?
So far so good. Although every day they peel back the curtain a little more, and I discover that they're hoarders.
Oh,
yeah, it's definitely like I moved into this house and it had an amazing curb appeal, and then I'm starting to find out that they did a lot of DIY work, and this renovation is going to be expensive. I'm finding out.
So every time you open a closet, some books fall on you.
Yeah, I find out that they use shitty wall anchors to put that shelf up. They didn't tap the studs at all, you know.
No.
And one of the studs made out of candy corn.
A candy corn stud, that would be an Easter treat. Oh man, but yeah, man. So I'm happy for you, man. Congratulations on getting a new gig. I recently got a new gig as well.
Oh yeah, where's that?
I have recently took a full-time position working for comedy shows near me.
Wow, congratulations! I'm so happy for you.
I've decided that
I wish I could do that.
You wish you could do that?
Yeah.
I've decided that, you know what, it's time. They've been so gracious and so forthright with me that I've decided to take the full-time position of CIO of comedy shows near me. And we got a guest on the line.
We got a guest on the line. I got a call on the comedy. Hey,
already. I just wanted to jump in real quick. Like, I'm literally on set. I'm making a movie right now.
A movie?
What kind of movie?
Yes, that's why I'm looking like this. I bought it, all this stuff. It's all part of the scene.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. So
wait, are you allowed to talk about the movie? Are you allowed to promote it yet?
Alvin, can I talk about the movie? Oh, okay. I can talk about the movie, y'all. Okay. So it's a viral story that's going on right now. 50 parts.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
That story.
Yes.
We're making the movie for it.
Oh,
what?
Ain't I giving that? Look at me, y'all. I ain't got no lashes on. I'm giving it.
Oh yeah.
Y'all get it?
You pulling the part. I see.
Yes. So we are creating the film.
Okay.
Right now, and yeah, it's about to be dope.
All right. That sounds like
Do we know where it's coming out? Do we know when the release date? Do we know?
We're gonna try to do it ASAP. So we're gonna try to get the filming done this week, and then as soon as we can.
Where should people know to look for it? Like
on my page.
On your page.
Okay.
All right. What's that Instagram so we can drop it in the comments for the page for everybody real quick?
Okay, it's woo WOOWOO _ the comedian. Of course, it's the Baltimore version.
DA THE. There we go.
Okay.
Just making sure I got the right one.
Yep.
Okay.
It's not a straight tag because we're using a software that doesn't connect that way. But it's like that, right?
Yeah, it's like that.
There we go. So there, it's in the comments for you YouTubers.
Yeah, so the more it develops, it'll be teasers, it'll be different things that I will post on my page.
Okay.
And we'll keep everybody updated of when to expect it.
Sounds like a plan. That's gonna be good. Yes. That's striking while the iron's hot. I mean,
yes,
they should just put part 50 out. So
yeah.
So we got 99% of the story.
Yep, exactly. Or half. Who knows? It's two sides to every story.
Pretty much. This might be 100 parts that we ain't ready for yet.
Okay.
It is officially in the comments on all of our streams. So Instagram, y'all need to go and follow Woo if you don't already. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. I got mine on all y'all. I can't see Twitter right now. But y'all bitches better look this shit up on the other end.
Yes. But I am looking forward to the show this weekend.
Oh, yes, that's right. Woo Woo will be at McGinty's on Saturday.
McGinty's.
Our beloved headliner to kick off International Women's Month at McGinty's on March 2nd.
All right.
Rapping for the ladies.
There we go.
March is Women's Month?
Yeah.
And you didn't know that?
I did
Black
not.
Men?
No.
Okay. It's cool.
He was just mourning the loss of the Black History Month.
Yes.
Not making it a full 31 days.
Yeah, see, we only got 20 we got 29.
You got an extra day.
We got 29 this year.
So, yeah, see.
I actually witnessed two people arguing over a problem that only existed because of the leap day today.
What was that?
At work. There was like a problem that was caused by someone not accounting for the leap year. and they were like, "Oh, we could fix it, but it's tomorrow, and there's no way it can get fixed."
So
well, we could fix it for 4 years from now. Yeah, but like, are we going to be using this 4 years from now? No,
probably not.
See,
Probably not. But yeah, that's dope. But see, women's might get 31 days because white women are involved.
True.
Are you saying you're grateful for Karen sometimes?
Sometimes, like, this is the moment.
Sometimes it's worth having one of them in your team.
When is International Men's Month? I don't think, is that a month? Do we get a month, Joey?
You get a day.
You get the Father's Day?
Yeah.
That doesn't even really count, because what about the rest of us?
Well, they always be like, everybody's a father. That's what they tell me because I'm not a mother. They be like, everybody's somebody, mother.
I renounced my fatherhood.
Yeah, Joey gave his kid back.
Oh, you're over it.
Yeah, Joey was like, I'm done with this.
Enough of this nonsense.
Who was the kid? Because that's me.
So
Joe was stepdad.
Here's what happened. I got busted for being on the rebound, and I had to do some time in Colombia, and part of my sentence was being a stepdad for 2 years.
There you go.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It was not.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Have you tried to teach a child Common Core math?
I'm the most unnurturing mother ever. That's why I mess with Uncle Daddies, because their kids is grown. I like people with grown children. I ain't got to stepmother them. I'll go in there and do a quick TikTok with them and keep it moving. That's it.
You're one to just like instantaneously have a perfect snapshot into a parallel universe.
Sure.
I want to do that right now with Woo Woo as a stepmom.
A stepmom?
Like somewhere.
There's a universe where Woo Woo is a stepmom.
Somewhere the movie that she's making is Big Daddy, except with her as the protagonist.
Yeah, and that's what it would be like. I can see me that, because I'm not even really all that good of a dog mom. Like, I'll be just telling my dog, like, look, I'm gonna be gone for like 10 hours, but I gave you some chicken first, and I'll give you some chicken when I get back. Bye.
I don't think you guys realize the gem I just dropped. We should fucking make that movie.
But with the mother, with the stepmother,
yeah. I mean, big mama, or wait, big.
Because I'm terrible.
Mommy?
Big mommy.
What would be the equivalent of Big Daddy? Isn't that
Big
the name? Am I tripping? This Adam Sandler movie.
But no, because then they gonna be big. It's Big Mama's house in the name,
right? And we gotta workshop the name a little bit. But think about it this way: the plot works exactly the same. You don't have to change anything, and Hollywood will love the fact that we're rebooting something.
Right?
It'll sell.
It'll
We
sell.
can sell that movie. We can sell that movie.
Let's do it. I can't let the director hear that, because he be ready. He be ready to make everything.
Tell him.
I told him he already need to get some rest.
We'll write it, because we'll just go steal the other one.
Yeah, we'll just sit and watch the other one and just rewrite it.
I'll just go turn on Otter.ai and play Big Daddy for it,
and then
we'll
just do
edit it
scene by scene.
I'll just run it through. I'm literally gonna put ChatGPT rewrite Big Daddy for Woo Woo.
Yes. All right. Well, I'm about to get out of here. I got one more scene left for tonight. So we about to do the last scene. And like I said, everybody follow me. I'll keep you updated. But make sure y'all come out Saturday to McGinty's to hear some of these jokes, because I'm about to go on tour. This movie about to come out, about to be untouchable. So
tickets are going fast, and we did sell out last month. So you better go get them quick.
Get your tickets quick. It's
come on now. We're gonna have a good time.
Oh yeah, most definitely. All right, well, we'll get back. We'll head on back to the set.
I will. Thank you, guys.
We will see you on Saturday. Thank you definitely for dropping in.
Of course.
See you on Saturday, sweetheart.
All right, I'll see y'all then.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Oh man, that should be a good movie she's making there too. The one she's making, because that whole thing is going to be is a firestorm.
Yep.
I want 2% to do with.
Why do I have to always have? See, I need to be like, I would be such a better rich person than these rich people.
How so?
because I would give the world that movie with my winnings.
You need to win the Mega Million, Joey.
I do, because I would just use it to make awesome shit like that.
Yeah, like
instead of going on penis-shaped spacecrafts. Well, that was creepy.
Your computers are all on still.
That was really weird.
Did I hit the button all the way?
I think I have my house on it.
Poltergeist and shit.
I don't know.
What the fuck is happening, Joseph?
I don't know.
It's really that okay. Now that threw off the.
for those who just tuned in, our lights just went out completely for a moment in time.
Went out for about a half a second, but it wasn't. It was more than it needed to go.
It was enough to notice that it happened.
Mm-hmm. It did happen in here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it didn't get really cold all of a sudden. So
no.
At least there's that. Now I'll take it for what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Man. But yeah, man. So comic shows to me doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I said,
it's okay. You know what? And we didn't have any like dripping from an unknown thing.
Dripping from an unknown source, bones. Random chicken bones on the ground.
Unsupervised children. These are the signs of the apocalypse.
Yes. So since those didn't happen, guess what? We're doing all right.
We're gonna be all right.
We're gonna be all right. See that? Oh, there we go. I changed that up there. There we go. Okay. I got to flip it up around.
That's a show that doesn't exist anymore.
Well, then I just slide over this way. Should I lean more this way and cover the tag, that way nobody sees that part, but it's comedy shows near me.
Leaning Tower of Marcus.
Yes, I need a blank one. I'll make a blank one for myself later. It just says comedy shows near me, because guess what, Joey?
What?
New CIO.
There you go. Okay. Congratulations on your new role.
A new position, 2024.
What's a CIO?
Chief Information Officer.
Okay,
because all I do is give out information. I don't make any new ones.
We're being offered CIO. Do you have this information? Someone wants to offer us. Sorry
for bothering you. I want to offer you promotion for your channel. That's not an information situation.
You know, we're coming up when the bots are finding us.
Oh yeah, the bots are getting at us. I got a couple of requests from bots, but at the end of the day, bots getting. Hey, unless bots are bringing me followers, I don't want to deal with them at all.
Well, I mean, they're offering to for a nominal fee.
For a nominal fee, I need free.
Free.
What
about freemium?
Freemium content.
Yep.
Oh man, but yeah, man. So anything else going on with you, man?
There's something, but I forgot what it was. So nope.
All right. Hey man, like I said, the new promotion. I'm just getting my feet wet with the company. I did talk to the CEO of comedy shows near me this past weekend, because we're going to kick off something new for the summer with comedy shows near me.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Bring a Buddy. So for every ticket that anyone buys, there'll be a link for them to buy a second one to bring a buddy. So immediately once you hit submit, when you buy your ticket, they'll get an email that'll have them buy another ticket for a buddy.
I don't think we can do that.
Why not?
Because I don't think Eventbrite lets us do that.
It's an advertisement. It's an advertisement, Joey.
I think we need to discuss that.
Me and the CEO already discussed it.
I'm relatively certain you did not.
How do you know, Joey? You work for .com. You don't work for comedy shows near me. I work for comedy shows near me.
I work for the holding company. Peppermillvillage.net.
Oh, not .net. Jesus.
Yeah.
They're a little more dangerous. Oh man, but what else we got? We got that coming up. We started a new room.
Moonlight DC. We got our first show. Went very well. We introduced a new audience to Adams Morgan.
Yes.
And we'll be back there with the Joking Aces on March 9th, and then back again on the 23rd.
Oh man, that's good. That's gonna be some good shows, man.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be a good couple shows coming up at Moonlight in DC.
Yep.
Sorry for the yawn. It's been a long day.
And then we're gearing up for the DC Comedy Festival in April, so that's gonna be cool. Lots of cool stuff coming down the pipeline. Make sure you stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Keep focused. Keep watching us. We're doing shit all the time. All right, man. You know what, Joe? We're gonna take a break, man.
Okay.
We're gonna take a quick break.
Get some topics.
Get some topics together. What's going on in the world right now, man?
Some topilations. So while we were out, Donnell Rollins and Corey Holcomb got into a bit of a spat.
Okay, I did hear about that. We do want to touch on that because it's very important to the comedy culture that we have cultivated here as Dot Comedy and Comedy Shows Near Me. Did I hear a guest coming on?
I think so.
Okay. All right, well, we can get them on. We'll get them on as soon as we get
Coming
back
out
from
of the break. Coming out of the break.
All right, we'll see you in a second, folks. More fun and more thrills.
Seen it before, hands touching the ceiling, booty streaking the floor. Have you ever felt good to the point you're so sure that all the attention in the club is yours? Got your hair done up, shades Christian Dior, even straight a little happy on your Vicky drawers. Getting your dance on hard, who could wish for more? And your cruise all but no ifs or ors. Got the dawn all warm and it ain't the hand. Feeling like the dawn warm when you
And we're back on the Dot Comedy Podcast. This segment of the Dot Comedy Podcast is brought to you by the Comedy Shows Near Me Comedy Accelerator Program. You ever wanted to do comedy? You ever wanted to learn how to become a stand-up comedian? Comedy Shows Near Me is a place to learn how. We got 8 simple steps to get you from learning to on a stage with your own professional 5-minute set. That's right, Comedy Shows Near Me Comedy Accelerator Program. Go to comedyshowsnear.me/try comedy today, and you can sign up for more details. And we're back in the Dot Comedy Podcast. DJ Marcus, Joey LaFaro, and I believe our co-host is joining us now. Miss Candace.
Finally, y'all let me in.
You know, sometimes you gotta lock the door.
I mean, we were entering a break. It would have been weird.
We're to bring you in right before the break.
Hi, bye.
Oh man. But Candace, welcome to the show, man. Everything going good with you there?
Yes, everything is good. What have I missed?
Not really. We just went over this.
We had a little visit from Woo Woo, who's our headliner this weekend at McGinty's, and she was filming the movie of the internet sensation "Who the Fuck Did I Marry?"
Yes.
TikTok trend.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, have you guys watched it?
No.
It's literally 50 plus TikToks.
First of all, I don't watch TikTok. Second of all, why would I watch 50 of them
about the same
thing? Why would I watch a 50-page version of a Netflix documentary that I already don't watch?
Yeah. I don't watch the ones that go on and on and on, but I do watch the TikToks where they'll do like a Reddit thread or to read somebody's story.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta always find the part 2 because it always ends on some shit like, and then I found out it was my brother, and I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute! Found out your husband was your brother. What happened next?"
The whole point of these is that they're short.
They are. They're short. They're short enough.
Well,
to keep
Then
this
why
one
are
is not short. It has several twists and turns. It's like a novella. There's like a secret twin brother, and it's wild. It's crazy.
Right.
It won't hold Joey's attention. Joey is not a soap opera fan.
I'm not here for that kind of tea.
That's not your tea.
It's not my cup of tea.
Ah.
I like how you did that, Joey.
Yeah,
I can appreciate that. Hey, Candace, you weren't here earlier, but I had a different. See, my background was this.
Oh, there it is. I love it.
Mm-hmm. It looks. That one's not the best shot. I got better ones.
No, you got to put the one that you put in our chat with you and Joey.
Absolutely not.
Please.
That one doesn't see the light of day. That one doesn't see the light of day.
That one's burnt. It's destroyed.
I should put it as my background.
Yeah, that one stays hidden.
That is fantastic.
That was just for me and him.
Okay.
That's when I sue for sexual harassment. HR.
Guess who you're talking to, Joey? The new HR director for Comedy Shows Near Me.
Yeah. I think it's a conflict of interest to be the CIO and the HR director.
I want to report a complaint to HR. That picture made me uncomfortable.
Oh man, but yeah, man, we're doing big things, Joey. 2024 is going to be a big year for us.
Yep.
We're working well hand in hand with comedy shows near me.
Mm-hmm.
I think they finally come on board with what we truly are as dot comedy, and they understand us. Why are you looking like that? What are you looking at?
I was looking for something that I can't remember what I was looking for.
I can always tell when you're confused about something. Your face just goes blank. And I'm like, the fuck's wrong with you?
I started looking for something for reasons, and then
now you stopped.
Not for reasons.
Thank you. I'm sitting over here like, okay, what is Joey looking for?
There was a task. You know, it's like you walk in the kitchen and then you forget why you walked in the kitchen, and it was to find your keys.
If I walk in the kitchen to find my keys, I've already been lost.
That's kind of the point.
I'm already out the game.
Why do you have a Giants sweatshirt on? Shouldn't you be a Maryland team fan?
No.
How do you? I've been a Giants fan for the entire history of ever.
Yeah, he's never been.
The entire history of ever. Okay, but shouldn't you be a Ravens fan?
No.
Not really. I grew up near DC, but Washington's football team is awful. I would have killed myself by now.
Oh my goodness, they're not that bad.
Yes,
yeah, they are.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. There we go. Here.
Look at that. Back in the day. Oh,
there we go.
When I had blue hair and locks. I'm going to start my locks again.
Well, you're going to start them again, but you didn't keep them?
No, you have you not seen me? Like, I've had.
Usually when you come on, your screen's off. And
it happens fairly regularly.
First of all, I've been on camera probably the last couple times. One time I had my little Afro puff. One time I had braids. I haven't had my locks in, I want to say, like 2 years at this point, maybe a year and a half.
I apologize for not paying attention to women's hair. That has been a trigger for me for the last 13 years of my life. Hair has not been a friend of mine, so that's why I decided to get rid of all of it.
You know, I got introduced at my new job the other day, and my boss was like, "Hey, everybody, come on camera." And you could tell who the women who wore wigs were because they took like an extra 5 minutes to finally come on camera.
Yeah,
because they definitely weren't prepared.
No. Oh, we got to come on
camera. I was like, "Oh, they weren't gonna come on." Like, "Oh, they're not coming on." And then they before the meeting was over, they were all on. But you could tell
it was all coiffed.
It took a couple of a few extra minutes to pull themselves together.
I get that, man. Hey,
I hate when they make you turn your camera on. It's like, I work from home. What do you think I'm with? Like, I'm not prepared to be on camera without prior notice. I'm at my house.
No. You should always be prepared to go on camera from the waist up.
Yeah.
Now, if do whatever you want below
the waist,
below the belt is fair game.
You need to go in every day. You need to put on a shirt and a dress shirt or a blouse every day you go to work. But you can wear shorts or nothing underneath that.
Well, I can't. I'm already in the wrong because I rarely have a shirt on.
No.
There is never a time.
Put this back up on the camera that way. I can keep reminding myself not to make comment.
There is never a time as a man where I feel comfortable wearing a dress shirt and no pants. That is the most vulnerable. I could be crying. I still feel more vulnerable if my pants are on an ironing board and they are not ready for me to put them on.
Yeah, you're wearing a dress shirt.
And I'm wearing a button-down dress shirt. For some reason, that feels like it just accentuates the unready for the day that you are. If something happens in that moment and you need to run outside, you won't have nothing.
You look ridiculous too.
You look ridiculous. No one's going to help you.
You haven't gotten started, sir. We can't help you.
Right.
Oh, man. So what was going on in the world, Joey? Before we went to break, we were talking about there was some beef between Donnell Rawlings.
No. I need to address
I'm sorry.
Before we get into that,
okay.
I need to address there's been a breaching of the truth in our circle, and we need to address it.
Uh-oh.
Okay, what is it?
I was told for months.
Oh my God.
That we will be getting a certain visitor in a certain month.
Okay.
Then when I was like, "Hey, what week are we doing this?" I was told Oh, I can't do that. You work too far in advance. I don't.
You do, Joey. You do, Joey.
Need to be able to do things at a moment's notice because I'm a fly-by-night person. Knowing
Is that not true?
Knowing full well that you already booked out every other week of the whole damn month.
That's why I need to know at the last minute what I'm going to do with that. I said, let's do May, Joey.
I was trying to coordinate so that Anthony Oakes could be there.
I love him.
He said, quote, "It sounds like she just doesn't want to do it."
That's not true. That's not true at all.
It's true. That's what it sounds like.
It does sound like it.
You didn't even have the care to lie to me in a way that didn't seem completely preposterous.
Joey, it's very expensive to come to DC, so I gotta see how my funds are because I have the rest of the month already booked where I have to go out of town.
That's not the problem I have. The problem I have is that you said, and I quote, "We are not going to be able to work together. I don't plan things months in advance."
I don't.
That's a lie.
You literally have every other weekend planned. Literally.
Okay.
What is the very definition of having it planned in advance?
Not people's court.
These are the defendants. Just Candace. She cannot be bothered to come to DC.
That's not true.
And to the point, I'm pretty sure I found you an affordable flight and hotel.
Yeah, leaving at 3 a.m.
Well, you gotta give to get a little.
That's true.
She's accused of not being a good friend.
Oh my God! Don't say that.
And this is Joey LaFaro.
Got a whole 237 for a round trip flight in 2 nights.
237 total?
Yeah, round the whole thing.
For the hotel stay?
Wait. That was the hotel too?
Yes.
Okay, send it to me. Again.
Obviously, she ain't look at it this time
I gotta
either.
look it up on Orbitz now.
Now it's gone up. You know.
Well, I remember I looked at it because it was like when I was leaving out, I was literally leaving out at like 5 a.m. I was like, that's rough, especially when I just did a show the night before.
And I told you that was the cheapest price, but there were other options. Just look it up on Orbitz. Orbitz, I Googled that on Orbitz in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
But like pick a date in May because I already booked that weekend.
Yeah, the book,
April's gone.
Already burnt the bridge.
Who'd you book?
I believe Larry Lancaster is going to be doing that show.
Nice. So, but you're gonna put Anthony on the same show when I come?
That's what I'm trying to do, but I need a
date. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna
see you. The hoops I have to jump through.
Thank you, Jesus Christ.
No, it's not like that. Okay, you guys. Now I feel bad. I'm looking at May. I'm gonna try to book this right now.
You know what's funny, Joey? And now I don't want to say this. I don't want to be mean about it. Okay.
Oh God.
You know what's funny? We had this conversation a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now she feels bad about it. I don't understand. Where was this bad feeling a week ago?
Day. I want to know what was going through your mind when you typed that shit to me. Because that shit sounded real corporate.
That did sound like a corporate response. I was like, oh.
How was it corporate?
Like a booker you did not care if you got booked from again. That's what that sounded like.
Okay, so I'm literally in Arkansas. Okay, wait a minute. I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out right now.
She's in Arkansas that week.
Okay, the one weekend you should definitely not come here is the 11th/12th because I will not be here.
Okay, fine.
I will be in Greece.
Are you canceling no shows?
No, we don't do that.
So I'm running no shows.
We'll figure it out.
All right.
Again, this is why I wanted to get sponsors so that we could hire staff so that vacations can happen. Oh, but that's Moonlight. Latif will handle that.
Okay.
But if you help him,
still got to get the back end stuff done too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see how that all shakes out anyway. Yeah. That's right. 10 p.m. at Moonlight Lounge on May 11th will be a thing.
Okay. Well, hey, that's a good. Well, yeah. So because it was supposed to be the other one if we had gotten to that point.
Other one.
Rendezvous.
Rendezvous is gone.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, man, Joey, I think you have a very, very good case.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
We're not going to take her to the People's Court, okay?
So, hold on. Did you already book the first weekend of April, the 5th and the 6th?
The month of April's booked.
April's gone.
Okay, fine. All right.
The ship has sailed for April.
Yeah, now she's looking at her calendar and going, "Oh shit, I don't got nothing to do in April. Oh, I should have said that for the 5th and 6th." See?
No, I do, but I was gonna try to juggle. Okay, I'm looking at May, but not the 10th and the 11th and the 12th. Okay, fine.
Yeah, that week I will not be. You can come, but I won't be here.
She can do Moonlight.
Huh?
She can do Moonlight.
I mean, it's not about her if she could do Moonlight. It's just like we kind of we waited a year.
Well, I want Joey to be there.
Yeah, I don't want to come when the one of the week that I'm not here after waiting for her to come visit for a year.
See, that's why I don't wait for Joey.
2 years. Wait, when did we start this?
2 years ago. It's been 2 years.
It's been 2 years
and she's
since the
asked
Amtrak debacle.
He's asked on a number of occasions to be booked on the show again. So
I'm traumatized from when I tried to get there before and the train broke down. A train broke down. Like, what the fuck is that? I'm traumatized.
I know.
Huh?
We were here.
I remember.
I was on the text thread. I didn't say too much, but I was there.
Okay, I'm looking through May right now. In June, I'm going to Wyoming. Yes, Wyoming. You heard that right.
She can go to Wyoming, but she can't come to DC. Right. Exactly.
Okay. First of all,
here's the thing. She's going to Wyoming when, Joey?
In June.
In June, that she knows about in February.
Okay.
I want you to understand why we were so upset by that message.
Okay. I do mostly do things at the last minute. That was a true statement. I have some things booked, but mostly I decide what I'm doing tomorrow, today.
The lie detector said that was a lie.
No, it's not.
I'm sorry. The joke was there. I could not take up on it. Oh, okay. My face hurts now. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
So, Donnell and Corey Holcomb.
Yes.
Got into it while we were out.
Yes.
While we were out of the office. They had a
publicity stunt. Is it coincidence that his Netflix dropped the same week? I think not.
But are they friends?
I don't know.
How was it a publicity stunt if they just had a beef?
They were arguing. Okay, so I thought it was a live argument, like they were in studio or something. They were arguing back and forth at the Laugh Factory.
They were at the Laugh Factory, yeah.
I think that's a stunt.
You think so?
I think it's a Donnell stunt.
It's gotta be. It's not coincidence that his Netflix dropped like 2 days later. That's too coincidental.
It wasn't even from what I heard. It didn't even seem like it was that. He's like, he's just a hold
on a second.
Mild.
Oh, that nigga mild.
Damn, ketchup, not hot sauce.
That's a mild comment.
So I'm wrong. Okay, I can be wrong. I'm talking about, but we at the
okay, hold on a second. So Corey goes, "Am I wrong?" And he goes, and everybody goes, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, I'm wrong. I guess I could be wrong."
That was the most mild ass interactions. Mild my ass.
That's hilarious. I didn't hear that part before where he went, "Am I wrong?" And he's expecting everybody to go, "No, yeah, he's mild."
I think everybody was confused because it's like nothing justified like them like getting into it at all. Like, okay, he said he's like of all the insults you could hurl at somebody.
Yeah, Donnell. Donnell gets it from all angles. I don't think too many. I don't know what it is about Donnell Rollins, but everybody gives Donnell Rollins the fucking blues.
Well, because he was Larry.
He's been in the game for 30 plus years now, and he's killed it every year, since he came out.
But you're gonna go and interrupt dude's set over him calling you mild.
But if he pulls you in, it looks like he pulled Donnell in.
Possibly.
So, like, because where the video starts from here, it looks like
I'm just saying of all the shit Corey Holcomb has ever said about anybody,
called him mild.
I feel like he was he upset that it wasn't like a respectful level of disdain.
Say you ain't Tabasco, nigga. Like what? What the fuck is this happening? You ain't
such a random ass insult. Like that was stupid.
It's such a non-insult. That's the whole thing.
It's a very non-insult.
I think he didn't even if I was Donnell, I would be like, I would feel more disrespected that he didn't send me a more disrespectful insult.
True.
He didn't even have the decency to hate me all the way. Why was this like? I don't even understand why this was in the news. People were like, "Oh, we gotta pray for comedy. Comedy needs a hug right now." And
it's because it's the Cat Williams. It's the Cat Williams effect. Everybody is super sensitive now because they're like, "Hey, every time two black comedians talk about each other, it's beef." It's like, no, it's two people just talking back and forth off the stage.
I need like two white comedians. I need like Anthony Jeselnik and Bert Kreischer to go at it.
No.
I mean, Joey, the show's on Friday nights or Saturday nights?
Right now all our shows are on Saturdays.
Okay.
But that could change.
That could change the drop effect.
Okay.
We just contacted by the Towson American Legion, and they would like to bring a comedy show to the Towson area.
Okay.
On Friday nights?
I don't know. That's a TBD.
That was okay. Comedy Shows Near Me was procured. Is that the word?
We were
propositioned.
We were solicited.
Solicited. Okay, there we go. I like that one better. But yeah, man,
official solicitation.
It doesn't feel right enough to be a beef yet
at all. So that's why I'm saying it was a publicity stunt.
It looks like a stunt,
and there was no further. It wasn't like the other stuff where it's been like days of back
and forth.
There was days of videos following the Monique appearance from all sides.
Monique is the fucking worst.
We're not revisiting that because it goes down a dark rabbit hole that I don't want to revisit.
All right, what else is going on?
There's like a new comedy beef every week, though. Like, what's wrong with like every week he gets some shit?
Well, comics always beef with each other. It's never been not a thing.
That's not even isolated to comedy. It's just 2024 is the year of violence, and we're just gonna
clearly. Oh my god!
Comics obviously have problems with each other, and they're choosing this year to put it on the street.
I mean, if it's not one thing, it's another. Did you hear that there was more Diddyisms, Diddy diddlings?
Diddy did something to some producer in the studio or something.
I think the new bodies are Meek Mill and Usher.
Oh yeah, everybody's saying that he everybody said he's been fucking Usher since Usher was like 2. So it's not like that's a new revelation. But
wait, what? He's sexually involved with Meek Mills and Usher?
Yeah, they said that when Diddy throws a party, you got to party with Diddy. So when Usher came down, Usher's mom bought him to Diddy in 94, 95. Diddy them. And then when you get Diddy, you do Diddy shit for the rest of your life. That's why Usher's been in the strip clubs and all that other shit for so long, because that's the type of shit Diddy did back then.
Wow.
I just said Diddy a lot in the last like 2 seconds.
I'm sorry. Well, some famous names are redacted, though alluded to as the blind item file clues. There is a guy that many names appear in the suit. Rodney Lil Rod Jones.
Who's Lil Rod Jones? Who's Rodney Jones?
It's a sexual harassment suit. His name is Lil Rod. Come on, man. Can't be doing this shit.
Oh, and he's a junior. Who is Lil?
Little.
Oh, they got Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh Lord.
The actor who Jones claims made sexual advances toward him on Diddy's yacht after Diddy's grooming him to pass him off to his friends.
Oh.
Gooding's manager did not respond to a request for comment.
Okay, so he's leaning real hard into his name, because I looked up Rodney Little Rod Jones, and Hitman Lil Rod is what his Instagram handle is. It's just him holding a bunch of dudes and working out with them. Okay, I don't know what the hell's going on with this situation anymore, Joey.
I've never heard. There's someone named Ethiopia Habtemariam.
What? Apparently that's their first name, Ethiopia.
I'm not. This is the article. The former CEO of Motown Records, which partnered with Combs on his Love Records imprint. Jones claims Habtemariam visited Combs' homes during writing sessions and social gatherings, and that she
no, absolutely not.
Duty and obligation to ensure that sex workers and underage girls were not present, and that Mr. Combs was not spiking the alcohol with date rape drugs.
Oh my God. First of all, the CEO of Motown Records is Berry Gordy, I'm pretty sure. Who the fuck is Ethiopia Jones?
It was Habtemariam.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Hold on, I have to Google this. Let me see if I can share my screen just to give you a quick understanding of what I'm seeing.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay.
Yeah, she served as chair CEO of Motown Records 2021 2022. So there.
And her name is Ethiopia. Wow.
Yeah. So
Oakley Dokley.
Yeah, this is the Diddy that keeps on diddying.
Diddy don't need to stop touching people.
I mean, at this point, it's just a matter of how many bodies are going to come out of the closet.
The proverbial closet. He's been in the closet for long enough time because he been touching dudes for years.
No, the funny part is if you've been following Meek Mill, because like he's arguing with people on the internet about it, which is hilarious. Someone asked him, like, why did you follow a Twitter account called Black Porn? They're like, first of all, why this? And he's like, trying to like, oh, well, why does it matter? Latest Diddy sexual assault lawsuit claims he and Meek Mills had a romantic relationship.
Jesus Christ. I don't know what to do with this, Joey, because
of dreams and nightmares.
Yeah. Stupid. You're so stupid sometimes. This all came out of, well, no, it didn't come out of that. This came out of the Cassie situation.
Right.
Okay. So it started with Cassie. And then it kind of went down a weird rabbit hole because it included so many dudes. So now it's taking on a life of its damn own. And it's like, I don't even get why we're at this point with this shit. Because we keep on adding more stuff to it. I don't know if Diddy's a pervert or he does perverted stuff when he's just him in his house. But all signs point to yes, he does.
It's all going to keep going until it comes out that he killed Pac and Biggie.
That's the.
I don't even know what happened with Cassie. What was the thing? Weren't him and Cassie in a relationship?
Yes, but he also kept her hostage. He kept her held hostage. He made her perform sexual acts with prostitutes. He beat her, much in the R. Kelly fashion of life.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that complaint was pretty detailed.
Yes. She also had Kim Porter's cell phone and a flash drive she obtained from Kim Porter, which probably had all the pictures of everything, even TD Jakes getting swallowed up. It had all of it on there, and everyone's all up in arms and trying to figure out what the fuck was going on at Diddy's parties.
All right, so this is why they think he have something happen with Meek Mill. I found it.
Okay.
So the lawsuit from by Lil Rod, there is an unnamed rapper is mentioned on Diddy's yacht where they were allegedly seen, quote, consorting with underage girls, sex workers, as seen below. Further down in the complaint, the person whose name was redacted is described as, quote, a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Meek Mill from Philadelphia and did in fact date Nicki from 2014 to 2016.
Well,
however, the same Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj's description is used again in connection with Jones' allegations centered around producer Stevie J. As previously reported, Jones claims that Diddy's connection to Stevie J was used as part of an alleged promise regarding the Grammys. Jones alleged that Diddy used his admiration of the Bad Boy Records Grammy winner to groom him for sex. Included in the suit are screenshots purporting to show Stevie J having sex with a white man.
Oh,
God damn.
Those screenshots have been widely called into question. An adult film star came forward saying that the images in question actually show him, not Stevie J.
I'm just trying to switch over. Thank you.
Sorry.
All right. Continue.
Yeah, I was trying to switch off the other one, get that echo out of there before it became problematic. Yeah,
I don't see this working out. I don't see this going as well as it should go.
What is as well as it should go?
I thought it would disappear.
Why can't I hear anything now?
Because you switched over.
God damn it.
I don't know.
As well as it should go, it should. I thought it would disappear in the news cycle, Joey. I thought it would all go away within the news cycle.
Not now.
Not now. I thought like after the Cassie thing went through, it would just kind of disappear in the ether. After she got her check, everybody, it would all just disappear. Now that there's more shit coming out, it's getting thick, man. It's getting thick. Ugh. And I don't know how to deal with it, Joey. It's disgusting. If you ask me, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing or horrible thing. It's all bad. Just all bad. I don't even know how to say it, Joey. It's just too many adjectives.
I actually saw this in real time. That like Andrew Tate tried to come for Meek Mill over this, which was hilarious because he responded like, "Wasn't you sex trafficking women? The fuck are you talking about?"
Andrew Tate was acquitted of those charges. We will not be sued by Andrew Tate. I'm still trying to get on his podcast. At some point.
I'm just reporting what was in Meek Mill's tweet.
Mm-hmm. Did you let her back in?
There's nobody let back in.
No, okay.
It's blank page right now.
All right. What else is going on in the world, man?
Speaking of rappers, Fat Joe is under fire because he copped the Trump sneakers.
So Fat Joe got a pair of Trumps?
Yeah. Now I didn't know that these were Trump shoes.
Whose shoe you think they were?
Mr. T's. They have a T. They're gold.
And they're gold.
And
yeah.
They just did a Super Bowl commercial to sell shoes. Why the fuck would I think that they're Trump shoes? Why would Donald Trump sell shoes?
To get the black vote?
It's so condescending that that's what he thinks he needs to do to get the black vote is roll out a line of sneakers. Like that is infuriatingly ignorant.
Is it? I mean, I don't know. Because here's the thing.
Well, Biden threatened us.
Biden basically said, if you don't
ago.
vote for me, you're not black.
Yeah. So I mean, shit.
They're on the same level to me.
If you don't rock these kicks, you ain't black.
Preposterous nonsense.
But just to be like, what his team, right? Like he's got a team of advisors or whatever. And they're like, how do we get black people to vote for us? And somebody said, let's make sneakers. And somebody else was like, yes, that's a good idea. Like, what the fuck?
I don't think that's the process. What I read about everything that happened with the sneakers. Okay. The sneakers are made by a separate company, not Trump. These are not Trump sneakers. They're Trump endorsed sneakers, but they're not Trump sneakers.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't actually own anything.
Because he doesn't.
What do you mean they're not Trump sneakers? There's a big ass T on the side. They are Trump sneakers.
He just has scams. They're a scam.
Yeah, there's a whole different shell company that owns the sneakers and they're distributing the sneakers. So it's not Trump. It's not under Trump. But the reason it couldn't be under Trump was because Trump can't do business
and run for president
and
be
also
indicted and
be under indictment. So he couldn't sell the sneakers to anybody. So he had to do it under third party companies and all the other shit. So now they're selling them, and they're going to give what they're perceiving everything to be. They're going to give the proceeds to Trump's election campaign down the road when he goes for re-election in November. But again,
so it really is him, but he just can't say it's his business because he can't have a business and run for president.
No, he can't. He can't have a business because he's under indictment by New York State, and you can't open a new business when you're under indictment.
Wait a minute, but you can run for president when you're under indictment?
He'd already started running.
How can you be being federally investigated and run for president? That has to be some conflict of interest.
Well, it's because
it should be, but
again, it was before he got indicted that he said he put his name in the race to be running for president of the United States.
Jesus.
These are white men loopholes that Joey still hasn't caught up to.
Okay, so hold on.
Get on board with these.
So if I say I'm running for president and then they put me on the docket or whatever, and then after that I fucking stab someone to death, they're gonna be like, oh well, you can still run for president because you're grandfathered in. How the fuck does that work?
And also, what are you doing?
I was just trying to share a story. I didn't expect it to be sound.
It also depends what the crime is too. His crime isn't capital murder.
Which one of his many crimes is he being indicted on currently?
I don't even remember.
Isn't the indictment fraud? Because of the election shit he said? Yeah, it's fraud.
I don't know.
So he's being indicted on election fraud and he can run for president? I don't understand any of this.
I don't think
that can't be right.
Which Trump's indicted?
I don't think that's what he's being processed for right now.
What was Trump indicted for?
Oh no, he's definitely Supreme Court agrees to hear Trump's immunity claim, setting arguments for April. He's claiming immunity for. Come on, man, we got to be living in a simulation. This can't be real.
This is crazy. That can't be correct.
Trump's first indicted in March 2023 in Manhattan District Court on charges related to hush money payments to adult film star. In 2016, prosecutor alleged
Illinois judge removed him from the primary ballot.
Yeah, he can get removed by each state has the ability to remove him from ballots, but when all those Republican states don't care, they just want another Republican on the ballot that's going to win them a seat.
Yeah. That's wild. That's wild.
Okay,
that you can be brought up on criminal charges and you can just run for president. What?
His indictments for paying hush money to what was that chick?
So he's also on trial for civil fraud.
Exactly. He has a lot of crimes he's being pursued for.
Well, they're not high crimes or misdemeanors.
Yeah, but it's a civil fraud trial.
Yeah, they're not high crimes and misdemeanors, so he can't get impeached for them again.
He has to post.
I guess. Oh my God.
He has to post $454 million and to appeal it for the New York.
Wow.
I don't know what to do with this, Joey. We live in a weird world, man. Who would have told me if you had told? Let's see. How old was I in 94? 94, I was
87.
10 years old. I was 10 years old in 94. If you had told 10-year-old Marcus that Donald Trump and Diddy would be on in the news for shit other than rich people shit, you would have had a confused fucking look on my face. Because the world we live in now has just changed this shit on its head. Because this is not what we grew up on, Joey.
Fucking Supreme Court.
What did the Supreme Court do now?
They basically made a decision that the trial's on ice and won't be able to. They basically aren't going to be able to like conclude the trial until late
After the
summer.
election.
Until after the election.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to get pushed back.
So I mean, hell, it's just how it is, man. I don't think
because he's claiming immunity. So because they're willing to hear that, it delays everything else.
So they're like, you're on trial for this whatever criminal charge, but since you want to go ahead and run for president, we're going to put this trial on hold to see if you get elected. What?
How does presidential immunity work?
What kind of fucking life is this?
Yeah, it is a thing. The president is immune. Presidential immunity is the same as diplomatic immunity. The president can get away with a lot of shit.
Supreme Court on Wednesday agreed to decide whether the former President Donald J. Trump is immune from prosecution on charges of plotting to overturn the 2020 election, further delaying his criminal trial. Justices scheduled arguments for the week of April 22nd and said the proceedings in the court would remain frozen, handing at least an interim victory to Trump. His litigation strategy at all the criminal prosecutions against him has consisted in large part of trying to slow things down.
But if you have enough money, you can do anything. Anything.
Yeah, shit, yeah. If Dot Comedy had enough money, Comedy Shows Near Me would be the Dot Comedy podcast presents Comedy Shows Near Me. It's just money. Whatever money does, Joey.
Oh, wow.
When I win the Mega Million, guess what, Joey?
Yeah.
We're going to have enough money to rule the world.
So just think about it. So like he's on trial and doing all this and that gives him immunity or whatever. He can run for president.
No,
so like
it's an appeal though. It's not like he's already
convicted.
The District of Columbia Circuit Court already said it. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Yeah, he's already convicted. He's just not. They're just the appeal process is being drawn out because of his election status and the fact that he's a former president.
So basically, he's already convicted, and they're just delaying sentencing. Like I'm trying to understand what all of this means.
He claimed that he has presidential immunity, and that's why
they're holding everything off.
Why?
How can you have presidential immunity if you're not the president?
He's not the sitting president, but he is a former president. So former presidents also get immunity
to anything.
I don't know.
I don't think they get immunity up to murder. But
this is a stupid precedent to set. He tried to overthrow our democracy. Like that should not be a thing.
Tried to overthrow America.
Whether you're in office or not should not be covered by presidential immunity, because then it basically says if you're president, you can use that platform to stay in office indefinitely.
Isn't this the person that led or was the cause of an insurrection against our government, and they're allowing him to run for president?
Yeah.
That's
that not a conflict of interest?
But that's what they're arguing right now is he was an insurrectionist. So because the only crime that presidents and former presidents can be accused of and stand trial for is treason.
Is that not treason?
That's what they're going for, but he's saying that him as president, he could not commit treason.
Oh my God.
So he's setting the precedent for all future presidents because no other president's tried to check this shit. Like, because I know that what's his name? What's his goddamn name? Richard Milhouse Nixon would have done the exact same thing if he could think of it fast enough. If he had enough people around him. Because Richard Nixon went out in disgrace.
He didn't have enough juice.
Nah, yeah, he didn't. He just had enough tape. He had tapes. He had no juice.
Yeah, but no one liked him.
Yeah, that too. And no one at all like Nixon. I don't even understand that. He was one of the presidents, and no one had a good thing to say about him.
Trying to find some silver lining to all this. Oh, did you hear that Prince George's County now has cocaine money?
Oh, blow money! They got money to blow.
Yeah. Police said they recovered 30 kilograms of cocaine from a home in Langley Park.
Jesus.
That translates to 66 pounds of the drug, worth $3 million. I didn't know that ISIS moved to Prince George's County. That is great.
That's a lot of goddamn blow. That's a lot of blow.
I didn't know that Archer and the gang were trying to make some money in PG. Because
60, how many pounds?
I don't know, 66 pounds.
66 pounds.
Members of the PG Police Department's Gang Unit and Narcotics Enforcement Division arrested Williams Quintanilla Beltran, 37, of the Langley Park area. Damn, he just put his whole government name out there.
Why you got a woman's middle name?
Quintanilla.
Quintanilla.
It's William. I don't know.
Is it Williams?
No.
Williams.
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 With an N.
Williams.
William Quintanilla Beltran.
Definitely an Islander. Definitely from the Highlands.
Who knows? The detectives executed a search warrant on his home on West Park Drive, where they said they found the 30 kilos of cocaine as well as 25 ounces of cocaine laced with fentanyl, 37 grams of methamphetamine, and more than $120,000 cash. What the fuck are they trying to do?
Call that fucker meth? Walter White. Call him Walter White.
Why would you combine meth, fentanyl, and cocaine into one substance?
Super junkies.
He's trying to kill people.
Super junkies. Trying to create incredible Hulk junkies.
We don't need those creatures that result from that experiment.
No, not even
in PG County.
That seems like it'll be a bad mix. That sounds like a Florida mix.
It does.
That sounds like a fucking Florida mix.
I think it's a Florida recipe.
Cocaine, fentanyl, and meth in a chewable tablet.
It's a gummy.
Oh Lord. Not edible.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So PG County's up $3 million, right?
Yeah, you'd think so. I mean, like,
well, they gotta sell it.
Langley Park was not where I would expect to find that.
No.
That's a Bowie thing.
Yeah. That definitely sounds like it's higher up in the county than Langley Park. Like if you say a meth lab blew up in Langley Park, I go, yeah. But like that much coke?
Yeah.
Like that's Candace. Candace is back. Hey, Candace.
I don't know what's going on. I can't hear y'all again.
Oh, what? Can you hear me now?
Device.
Yeah, change devices.
I'm gonna restart my phone and log back in.
Okie doke.
Okay.
We're
almost done now.
Yeah.
She could just stay out.
Well, we have one more topic.
What's the last one? Hit it with it.
So I don't know if you're aware, but the Madam Web movie came out.
Which one's Madam Web?
That's kind of the problem. So okay, so here's what's been going on. If you're not aware, Sony many years ago, Marvel was desperate for cash, so they pawned the film rights to Spider-Man, and Sony bought them.
Okay, I remember that.
And Sony made the first 3 Spider-Man movies, and then they made the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Yes.
And then they partnered with Marvel for the Marvel Universe version with Tom Holland.
Yes.
Now, since they still owned the rights to some of the other side piece characters from Spider-Man.
So they still own like Venom and...
Right. So they've been trying to use these characters because they need to release a Spider-Man movie every few years to keep the intellectual property license. Marvel's like, we're not just rushing out Spider-Man movies for the sake of rushing them out to suit your needs. So they've decided that they're gonna try to get these other characters going in their own tracks.
Oh,
so they released Venom, and Venom had his own comic book at one point. Right? Yeah, understandable. They then had Venom 2, which was terrible, but at least they tried it. And then they were like, for a while, then news came out that they were going to try and make an Aunt May movie, And everybody went, that's really fucking dumb.
An Aunt May movie?
Yeah, they were going to try and make an Aunt May movie.
They're going to make her a spy like they did his parents?
I don't know what the fuck they were
thinking. They did Peter's parents.
So far, most of these movies have been, everybody's reading. And then then Morbius happened. Okay. And everyone's like, you should stop. Because Morbius was horrible.
Yeah.
So then they were like, we know, our Spider-Verse, our animated movies are going really well. What if we did that, but live action with women? And they were like, I don't think, we'll make we'll pull Madam Web. Madam Web was a female Spider-Woman. Not really. She was a side character who never got her own comic book. Fuck that. We're going to do Madam Web, and she's going to be the jump off point for a whole universe. And then this movie came out.
It came out?
It came out. This movie has failed so spectacularly that people were asking for their money back at the theater the day it came out. It currently
Madam Web bombs at worldwide box
currently is down to a 12% on Rotten Tomatoes.
12%?
12%. 38% of Google users like this movie. Even the audience that's normally forgiving was like, this is garbage.
It's got a 3.8 out of 10 on IMDb.
It's got a 57% audience score and a 13% among 219 reviews.
Oh, Sydney Sweeney is in there?
So that was the thing. When the movie came out, they quickly pivoted to, hey, look at Sydney Sweeney and her boobs. Because that's the only reason they come see this movie.
Okay, hold on a second, Joey. That's the first person I saw. And that's the only reason I saw her. It was with, oh shit, Sydney Sweeney's in there. Maybe her boobs are in there too.
Yep, basically.
Wow. And it had Dakota Johnson.
Now I can hear you.
So
Dakota Johnson was there as Madam Web. Was Madam Web what did she do?
Well, apparently, like, Dakota Johnson did not get along with her co-stars.
Okay.
Dakota Johnson is the one from 50 Shades of Grey?
Yes.
Is it? I don't know.
She is.
She looks like the plainest white girl I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's
somebody famous is her mom.
What?
Somebody famous is her mom. I can't remember her.
Mom and dad are Melanie Griffin and Don Johnson.
There you go.
They can take her back.
She looks like a cross between Melanie Griffin and Don Johnson too. That's the weird part about her face. Her face is weird, man. But the only reason I would care about this movie would be Sydney Sweeney.
She basically was like, oh, they didn't want to talk to me because I'm a millennial. I'm too old for the Gen Zers.
Okay.
She said, I love them and they annoy me and I love them.
Candace, you know who Sydney Sweeney is?
Yeah, from Euphoria.
Yeah. She's in this Madam Web movie.
Is this on Netflix?
No, this was a Sony theater release. This was supposed to. So Sony has to put out a Spider-Man movie every few years to keep the Spider-Man intellectual property. They were so desperate for generating some sort of content that they decided to take a Spider-Man sub character that's never had her own comic book. There's only been a handful of storylines. Try to build an entire universe around this one character.
Okay.
And it is a complete mess of garbage.
Well, I'm here for it because it's a female lead. I like the female character.
It's funny you mentioned that because Isabella Merced said that it failed for one simple reason. For the same reason the Marvels or Birds of Prey have failed, because the male audience still hides a deep contempt for everything that is starring a strong, independent woman.
Well, there it is. They said it, not me.
It's patently dumb and false because everybody who's seen, it has a 12% on Rotten Tomatoes. 12.
Birds of Prey was not a good movie either.
57% audience score. There's one point, there's a clip that was posted on the internet where the villain, she's driving like an ambulance to try and like stop the villain by hitting him with the ambulance. And she is going to go clear over his head. But the villain was like, get me out of this movie. It's trash. And then jumps up the ambulance to die.
He killed himself?
Yeah.
He killed himself?
I shit you not. The most ridiculous shit.
Yeah, we got to get out of this. We got to get out of this whole blaming.
This movie failed because Sony tried to make a movie out of a character that is not built out enough to have a character.
See, they tried to do.
And also Sony's bad at making movies. It failed for the same reason that Morbius failed.
Yes,
Marvel's was actually halfway decent. It just was kind of shortchanged.
The Marvels.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad movie. I
didn't get to the end of it. I still got to finish watching.
It was pretty good. They just stole the plot from Spaceballs, which I thought was kind of weird. They stole the air from a planet. There's no other movie where that's a thing than Spaceballs. They were a giant robotic vacuum away from it just being Spaceballs.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have gone and seen this movie, and it wouldn't have been a sex thing. That's the part that I don't get whenever we have these fights about why these movies are unsuccessful. It's not a sex thing. This is a trash movie, and they shouldn't have made it.
Is it really a trash movie, or do you just think it's trash because you don't want to see a female lead in a Marvel movie?
It's universally.
I watched fucking Black Widow's movie. I love Black Widow's movie.
Candace.
Yeah.
Everyone who's seen it has said that it's trash. It's got a 13% on the tomato meter. 13%.
Jesus.
A 57% by the audience score. Usually audiences will tolerate a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
There is nobody who is this.
This movie's not made for anybody.
It failed. It did not fail. It had nothing to do with the female lead. It had to do with it's a Spider-Man movie without Spider-Man, and B, it's Sony Pictures, which did the same shit with Morbius and Venom and every other one of these, and they're going to come out with Kraven in a few months with a male lead, and it'll be just as bad. Okay. It's not about not wanting to see it. It's because Sony puts out shitty products. They're great on the animated side. They should stick to that.
Did Sony make Battlestar Galactica?
I don't know.
Or like Firefox? I'm looking at the poster for the movie.
Okay.
And it looks like one of their posters. It looks like a TV series poster.
Oh.
Like if you look like the 80s TV series where it's like Stargate, where it had a Stargate at the bottom and like one big picture of the main antagonist here. And a bunch of weird pictures.
Just to inform you how bad.
Looks horrible.
This is how bad Sony's reputation is. They had to trick all the actresses talked about how excited they were to be in the MCU. This movie doesn't take place in the MCU. Sony let them believe that to get them to sign.
That's funny. That's funny.
But by all means, it's because it's a woman lead movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, and even the Marvels, like they had I still don't know. I don't even remember the villain's name. It was an underdeveloped character.
Yeah, they didn't put too much into it.
It's not about.
It's a creed.
Bad writing is bad writing. Like it's not a matter.
Okay, I know that, but I would be willing to bet that the fact that it has a female lead is contributing more to the failure of the movie than anyone is willing to admit.
It's not a good character either.
How so?
The character they chose to use, Madam Web, is not a character anybody knows.
So this goes back to
do you know who Madam Web is?
No, never heard of it before in my life.
Did you know who Iron Man was before the first Iron Man movie came out?
I believe I did, yes.
Did you know who Superman was before the first?
Yes, absolutely. And Batman, Spider-Man.
Did you know Spider-Man? Did you know Thor?
Yes.
You knew all these characters when these movies came out. You can't base it on one ancillary character inside of a universe and then don't include the person who holds that universe together, which is Spider-Man.
So Spider-Man's not in the movie at all?
No.
No.
Like not even a cameo appearance?
They hint that him as a baby might be in it, but they don't really commit to saying it's him.
So wait, if the sole reason for making the movie is because you have to make a Spider-Man movie every few years to keep that intellectual property, then how does this even count if Spider-Man isn't in it?
Because Madam Web is a character in the Spider-Man comic books.
Oh God. Okay. So it doesn't have to actually have, so they can make just a movie about Mary Jane and that counts.
Right, exactly. Now
they call it Mary Jane and just have Snoop star.
Now some characters and some characters are developed enough that they can stand on their own 2 feet, independent. Like Venom had his own comic book for a while. Even though his whole origin point is Spider-Man. It's like his whole basis for existing. But he had a whole life.
But Madam Web, nobody's heard of this person until they just randomly decided to make a movie.
Madam Web never got developed into she got her own comic book.
Yeah,
she was just a character that popped into the Spider-Man comics every so often, and that's kind of the problem with some of these.
Wasn't Madam Web like a psychic or something?
Oral, I did not see it. We're reacting to the box office results because I'm not paying to see a Sony picture in the theater. I just am not doing it
anymore.
And I had nothing to do with a female lead. I didn't pay to see Morbius either.
There you go. I wait to come on Disney Plus.
And especially as a Spider-Man fan who grew up reading Spider-Man, I'm not tolerating the abuse of the Spider-Man intellectual property.
Don't you Spider-Man blaspheme.
They don't do that shit here.
Do that shit in here.
The Marvels was entertaining, but I think it could have been better than it was. And some of that might have had to do with the writer's strike. Some of it, like Echo was another one. Started out really good. I was excited for it. The last 2 episodes just weren't good, and there was reports that they kind of rushed the ending. So I don't think it's some of this is, I think, and it's great that we're trying to get more female stories. What I think is happening though is a lot of people are rushing to get them out, and there hasn't been enough time on task with the character to really make that story stick, especially because a lot of these characters don't have the same fan base or anticipation, right? Like some of us knew who Captain Marvel was even prior to the first movie.
Yeah.
But as a character, the Captain Marvel character was not one that everybody was like, oh, I can't wait till they do Captain Marvel.
It's pretty much.
Like so we're dealing with stuff that no one's part of the problem is no one's asking for it. And some of that is due to the fact that, a lot of women didn't grow up with these characters. So now we're trying to put more of those out. So there is representation. So there will be a new wave of fans eventually, but we're in this weird gap period where the characters were never developed enough to build that anticipation. Like She-Hulk was probably the one character I think that would have been one that most people had some recognition of, and they kind of botched that one. But that would probably be of the female superhero characters that I can think of on the Marvel side.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the most notable ones. And they kind of botched that. But it's hard to get excited about the Marvels with a bunch of female superheroes that we haven't really heard of before, and be like, okay, cool, we're getting a good Marvel movie when we know Deadpool's sitting out there. We know you finally got the rights to Fantastic Four, which we've been waiting forever because there's never been a good adaptation of Fantastic Four.
What about the one with Jessica Alba?
That was okay, but it wasn't good.
That was mild. It was
mid. And it wasn't part of the MCU. So now we're looking at we're
looking at ways to attach this shit to the MCU.
As soon as Endgame ended, within a few months, we were like, oh, the MCU's been great, but what's the one thing we wish? We wish they really had the full Marvel Comics thing to work with. They had already been working with Spider-Man from Sony. They got that licensing deal in place so they could do that. Spider-Man is probably the most recognizable characters in all of Marvel.
Yes.
Right.
The one they didn't have was the ones that Fox owned for Fantastic Four and the X-Men. And the X-Men are critical to half the storylines and all the Marvel comics combined. Most of them crossover events in the Marvel universe involve mutants, and they have not been able to use them in the MCU.
Yeah, they haven't done a mutant. I don't think they even refer to them as mutants.
They can't. They have not been able to. Yeah. For a while, they tried to use the Inhumans as a replacement.
Yeah,
they were trying to do that with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show, but like you can't give me like you can't act like those characters aren't something we've been waiting for decades to see all of them together. Like part of the magic of the whole MCU thing was we have all these amazing larger than life characters finally represented in live action, finally all standing on their own, and then we get to see them interact on this big massive screen in a way that we never thought was going to be possible.
Sure.
And the only thing missing were just the other characters we didn't get to see do that yet. And now we finally have that opportunity. And instead of that, we're getting Quantum Mania and whatever the heck.
Are they still doing Quantum Mania?
No, they already did it. It already came out. I'm just saying, like the movies that have been coming out and the Marvels and all these. It's not even that they're Disney Plus shows. It's just we're getting into, even the Doctor Strange centered around was it America Chavez's character, which I don't even remember the name of her superhero, but like she's a newer comic book character. They found a way to try to incorporate her and bring her along, but like, and then Scarlet Witch goes away. And that was one of the more recognizable female characters. So now you're trying to get us to start looking at these new ones, like the Ironheart one, the Riri Williams spin-off Iron Man thing, which is a cool character. I want to know more about her, but I don't want to know more about her more than I want to see the Fantastic Four as part of the MCU. I don't want to see her more than I want to see the X-Men. And so some of what's been happening is there's been this trade where it's like, we know what you have the good stuff in the back. Like out, right? It's like you keep serving us not your best stuff. And we're sitting here, and I think that's been some of the frustration. Okay. Because a lot of these characters that we're getting right now, it's great that they're touching on them, but I think that they're forcing it a little bit in that sense. Like we're pushing too much new characters that aren't fully developed, regardless of sex or what orientation or whatever, and not focusing on pairing that with what we want with known quantities.
Did they have openly gay characters in the comic books?
There were a few. They're more recent, mostly.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I know the originals didn't have any gay characters.
Yeah, they had a lot of what Marvel did early on was a lot of placeholders. Like the X-Men were an entire, like their whole struggle is civil rights.
Yeah. Okay.
And their parallels, right? Like the whole thing with Xavier and Magneto was supposed to be a parallel to Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Which is
what is it?
It is.
Wow. Which one's Malcolm X? Magneto?
Yeah, that was supposed to be the kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You didn't know that?
No, I did not know that.
Oh. And that's why, because it was supposed to get people to think outside of like.
I don't think that's common knowledge. I don't think many people know that.
But most comic book people who read the comic books anyway know that. It's pretty common knowledge.
Marcus, not that one. You know the picture we want, not that one.
No, that's the other picture. It's the only one anyone's ever
Haywood.
seen.
Haywood said that thanks to Chris Claremont. I don't know who that is.
All right, wait, man.
But case in point, but these are the stories that we just, it's kind of hard to be excited for side characters when we know the main course characters are waiting in the wings.
Oh, Chris Claremont wrote the Uncanny X-Men, New Mutants, Captain Britain, Excalibur.
Okay,
Wolverine.
there we go.
Yes. So he was one of the early writers.
See, Haywood knows the ledge.
There you go. Oh man, yeah, man. Here's what I'm hoping for, Joey. I'm hoping they stop putting out bullshit comic book movies so we can get back to the fun stuff.
You know, they put out an X-Men 97 show. They're gonna do an animated continuation of the original X-Men show.
I wish they would make a movie about Beast, like just like his own movie.
He was in the Marvels.
Yeah,
I know, but I want him to have his own separate like spin-off movie. I think.
Why?
I don't know. He's just like one of the most interesting ones. He like reads a lot. He's super smart. Like I don't know. I feel like he doesn't get enough screen time.
I feel like eventually you get bored of him.
Yeah, he seems like he'd be a nerd.
Here's the thing that annoys, and this undermines the thing too, right? We had the She-Hulk show, and at the end of it, they show Hulk just pops up and he has a whole kid, and immediately, I was angry that they've been making me watch her do legal beagle, date Daredevil, and twerk with Megan Thee Stallion. Whatever the Hulk was doing, wherever he was doing it, must have been more interesting. He brought back a whole man as a child.
A whole man.
What was the Hulk doing the whole series?
Fucking.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do we pick which ones we highlight as far as like X-Men and I don't know, Fantastic Four, whatever. Like they're all of these characters in these comic books, but some of them are ones that we highlight for movies. How do we pick that? How did Beast not get picked as one of the ones that is in the forefront?
Because Beast has never been his own comic book. Beast has always existed as a part of the X-Men.
Yeah,
he's always been part of an ensemble.
Beast has been part of the team. You can't do an X-Men movie without Beast, but you can do a Wolverine movie without Beast because Wolverine had his own adventures.
Wolverine had his own. Became so popular as a comic book character. He got and what goes with that is the comic books source material is more developed, let alone the characters in the movie. So there's the writing of the character in the movie, and then there's the writing of the character source material, and there's just more to draw on. Spider-Man has, like 18 different versions on top of like hundreds upon hundreds. Like when I was like 10, they were at issue 400.
Mm-hmm.
That was just of the original Amazing Spider-Man, not the 3 or 4 other different Spider-Man subscriptions you had to get just to understand what was going on.
Yeah.
There's storylines like the whole Infinity Saga played out in the comics. There's other ones that they're working on now that they're setting up that have already taken place in the comics. One of the movies coming out is called The Thunderbolts, is based on a whole comic thread that involves certain characters. There's a bunch of different, like Iron Man had his own comic. Like so starting point is you had your own comic book.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna have a much harder time trying to sell a movie about a superhero where the comic book never existed.
Yeah,
because that character has
case in point, Madam Web, right?
Madam Web, right? Case in point, whatever that there was that weird one that Stallone did for Prime. He had some movie where he was like a superhero that tried to retire or something.
Well, if he can't have his own movie, I wish they would give him more of a storyline in the X-Men movies. I feel like they don't focus on him enough.
Oh, Beast had a solo run, according to Haywood. And he said,
did?
Yeah. Apparently. I think if that character got a little bit more screen time in the movies, maybe he could eventually get his own movie. But then,
he's just an interesting character, and I feel like they don't do enough with him.
The Samaritan?
Well, the problem with that though is like we've barely gotten, like the X-Men movies have been all over the place. And many of them in solo runs for periods of time. And I think we will see that now that the MCU's merging. They might pick up a little bit more interest because, like we all know, there aren't going to be that many more runs with Hugh Jackman. Like he already retired once. He only came back to do Deadpool because Ryan Reynolds begged him to.
Yeah.
What I do like is that they embrace the female characters. So we get a lot of Jean Grey, we get a lot of Rogue, we get a lot of Storm. You know, those characters get. And what's the one that Jennifer Lawrence plays that fucking morphs? Mystique, yeah. So we get a lot of the female characters. I do love that, but I don't know. Just feel like there are other X-Men that they're not.
I don't know what female characters weren't in the other movies. They had Black Widow. They had
Dora Milaje. You had Siri. You had let's see who you had. Captain Marvel. You had
I never did see Captain Marvel. Was that good?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Be complaining about the women movies and then didn't see.
Don't see women movies.
This is the real problem.
She's the WNBA fan.
This is the real problem because even the cast members of that Madam Web movie didn't get along, and they're all women. And they're all throwing shade at each other.
What did you say, Joey? Women always devolve into battle.
Yes.
Not devolve.
Yes, that is your final state.
Always pitted against each other.
You all end up fighting each other for no reason.
Samaritan. Thanks, Haywood.
Yeah, the Samaritan. That's what I said.
Yeah.
The Sylvester. I was looking it up because I was like, "What was this fucking movie?"
Yeah, it was a cool little movie, but that character. I think they either made it up or it's not a well known character. And you can see there's a difference when it's a character like that they make a movie about versus Captain America or one of these other characters that has like a deep catalog of source material. Everyone's mad about the Hulk because one of the coolest storylines in the entirety of Marvel is the Planet Hulk storyline, where he goes off to the battle planet and he does have a kid with, like, I think it was, I don't know, they ended up making it Valkyrie, but there was a character similar to Valkyrie on that planet that Hulk.
Wait,
and they
Hulk has a son or a daughter?
Son.
Oh, wow. Why don't they talk about that?
That's my whole point. They skipped it to give us She-Hulk. You see why? This is why. Because at the end of it, you're like, all right.
Is that his baby mama?
Go on this journey. No, She-Hulk's his cousin.
His cousin.
Oh.
Again, doesn't follow any of it. And it has a nerve to complain about it. This is exactly what Bill Burr was talking about with the WNBA.
Yes, I told you she's a WNBA fan.
This is the same thing with the whole women aren't funny thing with the comedy. Is like there's more opportunities now, but the problem is there's a lot of them that haven't had the time on task to develop to be ready for those opportunities. So you're getting this pushback where it's like some people are getting a little bit more time. Literally, I saw a female comedian who's been getting a little bit more attention lately. She posted a clip of her telling stand-up about her titties and how dudes want to see them or whatever. And then she made some joke about how they look like you burnt 2 eggs in a skillet. But it bombed. In the clip, there's no laughter. So
why did it get posted?
Why would you post that? It was an ad for her OnlyFans. There was no other reason to post that.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
But you see, this is where we're at.
Okay.
But that's not just female comedians. There's an opening for comedy in general. It's been pushed to the forefront. And so there's more openings for comedians in general, and a bunch of trash people are getting through, not just female comics.
Yeah, it's not just, I mean, there is more opportunities than there has ever been for all groups. But the problem is a lot of people have gone into these opportunities and just kept taking them and said, oh, well, I'm getting booked, so that's good enough. And they don't have an understanding of what the actual crafting of a joke requires, or the structure, or the understanding of I don't like. A lot of them are just stating premises and thinking that they've delivered a joke, and they think that they're supposed to get a laugh after they state the premise. That's one of the reasons I hate this stupid. Of course, I'm a whatever.
Right.
Because it's literally just a series of people stating premises. It's infuriating.
Okay, Joey, we've got your rant for the week.
I'm just saying, we like
you've expressed your anger toward it. I know it.
We've been all around the bush, but it's like it goes back to time on task matters.
True.
It's great that we're getting more stories, we're getting more voices. But we can't undermine those voices and stories by not giving them the due diligence of time on task.
I get that. All right, man. I think
we should start wrapping up, right?
Yeah, I think
that's the best note to wrap up on. Time on task, Joey.
Time on task.
Can I give a movie recommendation? Everyone should go see the Bob Marley movie. It was good.
It was good.
I've heard,
I've heard it was good and I've heard it was bad. I heard Rilo liked it and Ishmael hated it.
Well, there was no way you weren't going to get a good review from this household because Hassan's such a huge Bob Marley fan. So he was going to like it, I think, even if it was trash, just because it was about Bob Marley. But I think the guy who played Bob Marley did an excellent job.
Okay.
I think he was distractingly handsome. Like Bob Marley wasn't that good looking of a person, and this guy that they got to play him was very handsome, so that was distracting. But it was a good movie.
I can't with you sometimes.
We do that with historical movies, though.
What?
Like we put
someone who's more attractive than the actor.
Yeah, you casted it.
Did you watch Ray?
Yeah.
None of them women look like the women in Ray.
Right.
Not a damn one.
And if you look at Griselda,
you know which one's hot. It's all in the wrist.
It's all in the wrist, baby. Feel the wrist, feel the hands.
What's her name now? The one that's playing Griselda, the drug lord.
Yeah, she looks. Griselda looks like the woman that shot Selena.
Exactly. And they got this beautiful woman to play her. So you're right. That's just what they do.
Yeah, they take full dramatic license with that one and just do what they feel like.
If you want to see a movie that's really fucking dumb but kind of fun, go see Beekeeper. Beekeeper. Definitely don't go see it in the theater because
wait till it comes home.
It is stupid.
Okay,
but you get to watch Jeremy Irons tell the kid from Hunger Games, if a beekeeper tells you that he's going to kill you, then there's nothing I can do about it.
That's different.
Oh, and one more recommendation: Life and Beth on Hulu is really good. It's starring Life and Beth. It's starring Amy Schumer. She plays Beth, and Michael Cera plays her boyfriend who goes into her husband, and it's just really good. It's like funny and it's like also heartfelt. It's very good.
Michael Cera is doing things again.
Sarah.
Yep, the guy
from around his ass, and this is the end. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Michael Cera.
I haven't seen him since then.
Yeah, Rihanna slapped the shit out of him. He just lost his mind.
Michael Cera. Are you talking about the same person? Michael Cera from
I know who he is.
I need John Cena to go make another season of Peacekeeper. That fucking show was amazing.
I need John Cena to make Cock Blockers 2.
What is that?
You've never seen Cock Blockers?
No.
Movie suggestion of the week.
Uh-oh.
Cock Blockers on Netflix.
Okay.
Probably the funniest movie you could watch with John Cena in it. It's how I knew he would be hilarious in Peacekeeper.
The only thing I can imagine is more ridiculous than that, just on the face of it, is like it immediately made me think of is Mark Hamill in it?
Which one's Mark Hamill?
The one who played Luke Skywalker, who played the Joker on the animated series.
No.
Because like in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, he was Cock Knocker.
Oh yeah.
So you said Cock Blockers. I was like, I hope Mark Hamill's done the film.
No. I was like Mark Hamill. I know Mark Hamill, but no, he's not in it. Yeah, Cock Blockers is probably what I watched it. Me and my girl watched the other day, and it was probably the funniest movie in the world because you just sit there, you're laughing because okay. The premise of the movie is 3 parents want to stop their daughters from having sex on prom night. So they're doing everything in their power to get where their daughters are. Mm-hmm. So they're going to different teen spots, stop teenage angst and teenage activities from happening. So you just see them do stupid shit throughout the whole movie, including butt chugging a beer.
What?
John Cena takes a tube up his butt.
Good God.
It's a fucking hilarious movie. You gotta watch that. That's my movie suggestion for the week for everybody at home. All right, we're gonna get out of here, man.
Apparently, Beekeeper is playing at home now. You can.
Is it home now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can find out. It clearly was made by somebody who watched too much anime. Because like he's a person who's supposed to be like a retired assassin, and now he's a beekeeper, and then they refer to them as the beekeeper. So you think they're all gonna be like beekeepers, right? But no, then his replacement comes, and she's wearing a pink trench coat and firing a minigun off the back of a pickup truck. And then at the end, they're like, there's like, get the Secret Service out of there. We got a specialist. And this guy must have been, I don't know what accent he had. I swear it was from Kazakhstan. He had big ass sideburns, and he had a shirt that was made of corduroy and a peg leg. Like he had one leg, and he has to fight Jason Statham, but he's the bad guy, big bad guy that's going to stop Jason Statham.
Okay.
It's completely ridiculous. It might be better on drugs.
Yeah, that one sounds like it's gonna be hilarious. All right, well, we're gonna get out of here, man. It's been real, it's been fun. It has been the Comedy Podcast. Man, Candace, where can they find you at?
At @just_Candace on all socials.
Joey, where can they find you
at Joey Low Comedy?
They can find me at DJ Marcus at djmarcus.comedy, DJ Marcus all over the internet.
Make sure you follow us at Comedy Shows Near.me for all of our upcoming shows, and follow Woo the Comedian.
Yes,
for more information about her headlining this weekend and about her movie coming out very soon.
Awesome, man. We're gonna get out of here, folks. It has been a good week in .comedy, but we will see you next time with more fun and more thrills on the Comedy Podcast.